Okay, next tutorial. This tutorial is meant to be for the character Smiley from the 2012 movie of the same name. I've never actually seen the movie, but I have seen the trailer and it did look pretty awesome. I've got a ton of requests for this look since the movie was pre-release, since the adverts come out. Everyone's been going crazy requesting it, and I've been putting it off. So here it is. It's really fun to do. It's quite complicated, so take your time doing it. It obviously involves a lot of liquid latex, so I apologise out there now if you can't wear liquid latex. I can't, at the moment, I can't think of an alternative to use aside from making a full facial prosthetic. You could try and do it out of gelatin, but I don't know if you can get it smooth enough. I'll work on different methods other than using latex in the future, I promise. But for now, this is what I've got. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'll flash on the screen now the first few people that requested this look, because there were loads. Well, I can't obviously flash on the screen everyone's name because it would go on forever. But yes, I'll flash on the screen now. And the first person who requested this look was Sparkling Darkness TV. I'll pop their name there. So well done, you were the first person. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who requested this look. I'm glad I did it. It's definitely a challenging one, but I'm glad you guys pushed me to do it. So thank you. But yes, so there's not much else to say really about this look, other than if you'd like to see how to recreate this, stay tuned. So to get things started, I'm going to block out my eyebrows and apply a plain latex bald cap. So I'll pop links here and here to tutorials I've done previously to teach you guys how to do that, just so I can save some time up in this video. And I will say now, I know I use latex a lot in my tutorials, but this look is going to be pretty much all latex, so bear that in mind. So make sure your eyebrows are really, really, really covered, just so it doesn't remove anything when you remove the latex. So there we are. So I've applied my bald cap, and I've put about 3 to 4 layers of liquid latex on the edge just to blend it off, so it's like there's no edge to the seam. And now I can take some regular liquid latex, again, and a sponge, and now I'm going to apply that all over my face. All over my face, obviously not over my eyes, but over my eyebrows and around my eyes. And I'm also going to apply it around my mouth as well, not on my lips itself really, because I'm not going to actually cover my mouth with this look, but I am going to be covering everything else. So yeah, so I'm going to apply that all over my face with a sponge, let it dry, and do that for about 3 coats, because once that's done I can start layering it up with some tissue. There we are. So after several coats, your face should feel like plastic. Yay. Right, so now I'm going to work on the nose. So I want to try and make my nose as hidden as possible. Now, it's going to be fairly difficult. I mean, there's no way you're going to make this flat. Like, if I was to do Voldemort, I would try and find a different way of doing this. But I don't know. I think I'm going to try it with this method. I'm going to try and use some tape, some masking tape and some tissue, just to see if I can flatten it out, because obviously the smiley mask is just 2 long eyes and a mouth, no nose whatsoever. So I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to take strips of masking tape, just small strips, and I'm going to apply that over my nose, going horizontally across, just to try and flatten out the area, just making it as straight down as possible, so not dipping down at all. So there we are, and for the underside I'm just going to take smaller strips and stick them down vertically on the bottom so I can taper the underneath off. Okay, so once you've built up the area enough, it should start looking like that. Yes, it does look very, very crude, but just hopefully it will look better after I've applied the tissue and latex. So now masking tape does bond incredibly, incredibly well to the liquid latex. So, sorry my phone. So once you've put it down, just bear in mind you won't be able to pull it out without pulling up the latex. So, yeah. So now I've got that. Obviously you can still see the nose. There's no getting away with the nose as long as you can try and hide it as much as possible. So now I've done that, I'm going to take some liquid latex and cover it over the entire area again, and then I can let that dry and apply some tissue over the top of that, but I'll talk to you about that after I've done this. So after I've done one coat, I'll let it dry and apply another coat. So now I can take some regular tissue paper, which I've torn in two, so I've got the thinner half, and I can just press that over the top, press that down, and then I can press in some more liquid latex over the top of that. So the idea is I'm going to do that about 7 times, I think, so I know this is completely smooth across and there's no sign of any of the tape. So there we go. So without a prosthetic, that's the closest I'm going to get, I think, to covering my nose. Yeah. So now I've done that, I'm going to start on the eyes. So I'm not going to cover my eyes completely, obviously otherwise I won't be able to see, but I'm going to use the masking tape again, and the idea is I'm going to just apply masking tape either side, here and here, leaving a small slit either side so I can see obviously through. I just want to have very good peripheral vision. But yeah. Okay, so, again, sorry it looks crude, but after I apply latex and tissue again, same way I did the nose, hopefully it will smooth things out. So yeah, so I'm going to do that exactly the same again, tissue and latex around all of the tissue here, all of the tape here. And again, I can see very well, I just can't see my peripheral vision, so I can see if I turn the head, but other than that. And also, this is, I know the original makeup, well, the original mask, the eyes are a lot closer together, but I'll try and do it with a bit more shading, but there's not going to be a whole lot to do with that, because if I move these any further inwards, I won't be able to see head on, which will make this a dangerous look, so I'm going to have to make it this way, I'm sorry. So yeah, so I'm going to cover this all in 7 layers of latex and tissue again, and we'll go from there. So there we go, and just to make things a bit more even, I'm going to do some 2 or 3 layers of tissue on this area here as well, just to build it up. So then I can start on the foundation. So I'm going to take a Crayolan TV paint stick in 3W, and I'm going to apply that all over my face. Just be particularly careful not to be too rough with it so you don't tear up any edges. So there we go, so it starts looking like this. So now I'm going to take some scissors and be super careful on this step, please be careful. And I'm going to start cutting into the latex to give me the depth that I want in the really, really big smiley face. So the smile's going to come up to about there, and try and make it as symmetrical as you can. Just go really slowly, picking up the edges and cutting really, really slowly. So there we go. It doesn't have to be too neat because this is just for the depth really, and I'm going to go in now with some Grimace Black Cream in 101, and I'm going to colour in the entire area here and make the smile a bit bigger. And I'm also going to colour in the areas around the eyes and just inside ever so slightly, just so it's a bit darker inside. And I'm also going to extend it up a little bit. So again, don't worry about making it too neat, because now I'm going to go in with a Crayolan Bruise Wheel. I'm going to use this burgundy red, really nice dark red. And I'm just going to take a medium fluffy brush and I'm going to stipple that all around the edge of this cut and the eyes. Okay, so the messier, the better. Yeah. So it just makes it that much more creepy. Yeah, so now he has stitching on the mouth and the eyes, and I was going to stick thread down, but that would limit my vision more, and on the mouth, as you're talking, it would probably pull apart, so I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to take an Extreme Collection 2000 eyeliner pen in black, and I'm just going to start drawing on the lines, just some fake stitching basically. So I'm going to do a dot, then join them together, going vertically across, or horizontally across rather, and then do the same all along the mouth. Then I'm just going to take the black cream and really lightly, so I'm going to dust off most of the colour, and then I'm going to just do some shading just either side of where the temples are, and then I'm going to just soften that up just to make it more skull-like, I guess. And then I'm just going to buff that in with a kabuki brush. Sorry, I just cut ahead there. I just took some black hairspray and I've just really, really lightly just tiny bit sprinkled out over the mask just to give a bit more speckled effect, because I don't want it to just be that one tone. So yeah, so then I can just buff it in a little bit more. So all that's left for me to do then is just apply some fake blood. So the fake blood that I'm going to be using is called Fresh Scratch by Crayolan. It's basically a very, very thick coagulated blood that when you apply it, it just stays put. So I'm going to apply that all around my mouth area, and I'm just going to have it dribbling down ever so slightly like in the trailer. And now I'm going to set it with some hairspray afterwards. Then I can use some regular hairspray to set it. I'm using Tresemme Freetold hairspray. Just going to spritz it ever so lightly. And there we go. So I finished the look off by applying my costume, which is the most easiest costume in the world. Yay. It's just anything black. I'm wearing my black leather jacket and some black leather gloves. Yeah, and obviously a knife covered in blood. Yeah, yummy. But that's it. That is literally the look. So there's not much else to do really. It's quite complicated. I apologise for that. You could just buy a mask, or you could do this. This is quite a bit creepier, I think, because there's no seam, there's no join line where the mask would be. So yeah, but yeah, that's my look. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please make sure to rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye.